This has all been going on 3 years, I think, little more. Who can rightly say who the first victim was? Might have been some hermit holed up in a shack by the edge of the forest. The first victim I heard about was that boy over in Lozere. Had his throat torn out and his guts split open. I think I might also have heard something before that about a peasant girl in Lozere, herding cattle in the woods. Had her bows not chased it away, that wench would probably have been the first reported victim of the beast. Of course, we did not believe her at first. It is not so strange for a wolf pack to go after a lone farmhand or peasant girl come close to sunset. Such things happen all over the countryside. If such killings become a problem, then the local lord will hire a hunter to slaughter the beasts and restore peace to the people. It is not quite so common as for a lone wolf to seek out human victims. Lone wolves are usually cowardly creatures, going after nothing larger than a rabbit or stoat. A lone wolf with a taste for human flesh. Now that is a curious thing. Months passed by, bringing more victims. I've lost count at this point, probably over 100. The whole of Gevaudan is gripped in terror. Frightened whispers float through taverns and town squares, and separating fact from fable can be as fruitless as trying to separate the water from a pint of ale. It is a well-regarded fact that the beast ignores livestock in favor of human victims, sprinting right past goats and sheep in favor of their shepherds. It bites at their heads, their faces, their throats, sometimes ripping the head clear off the shoulders. I suppose I can believe these things, but there are some things I cannot believe of any simple beast. That it stands upright on 2 legs like a man, or that it rips off people's clothing and leaves them covered with nothing save their own blood. I think I can very confidently say the beast is doing no such things. The crisis has become so extreme that the king has hired 2 of his royal hunters to track down and destroy the beast. God knows how many wolves they've shot, but it has made no difference. The attacks have continued in much the same way as they have had in the past year. There are rumors that the king is dissatisfied with their progress, or lack thereof, and may be bringing in someone else. Whoever the king decides to bring in next had better have more experience than simply killing wolves. Many of the people in Gevaudan are starting to question if the beast is simply a lone mad wolf. A pair of girls who survived an encounter with the beast says it was bigger than a wolf, the size of a calf, in their own words. The same girls said the ears were shorter, the tail was long with cropped fur, not bushy like a wolf's. Another witness to the beast said that it was red, with black stripes along his back, like unto a tiger. When you marry this with the beast's characteristic boldness, it starts to paint a picture of a very different kind of animal. Overall, this beast is wolfish, but seems to be something different. I think I might have heard someone say that the beast might be a lion. A younger one, or lioness, since it seems to lack a mane. It's not as strange as it might seem, maybe. A couple of months ago, one of the king's hunters shot a hyena. I think that is the word, hyena, that was roaming the countryside in Gevaudan. It almost certainly had escaped from some noble's menagerie. Yet when this hyena was shot, the attacks did not cease. The beast lives on. And as the mystery of the beast grows ever older, casting a larger shadow, folk devise ever more desperate identities for it. That it is a wolf dog trained to kill people by its master, sired by a red mastiff, and donning boar leather for protection. or even that it is some madman donning a wolf's pelt and hacking people to pieces across Gevaudan. Well, what, or whoever Le Bête de Gevaudan actually is, I would like to take this opportunity to offer him my most heartfelt thanks. For you see, the peasants are right about one thing. There apparently is more than one monster roaming the wilds of France. But the word of this creature has very fortunately drawn attention away from my own endeavors, undertaken by the light of the freshly risen moon. I'm sure my trail would be easy to follow, if not for the timely distraction of Le Bête de Gevaudan.